Today I will teach you Pandas DataFrame in Python, and also I will show the demonstration using Google Colab. Now coming to the introduction to DataFrame. Now what is a DataFrame in Python? So a DataFrame in Python Pandas library is a two-dimensional labeled data structure that is used for data manipulation and analysis. Now when we talk about two-dimensional, we talk about rows and columns. So it's like a tabular format. We fill the particular data where you have the columns, its headings, and you have the rows with some index numbers or index labeling. So it's just like a grid, two-dimensional grid, where we can fit the data, and the data could be from the files like CSV files or Excel files or JSON files, or it could be from dictionary, it could be from the list, or it could be from the series. So we are trying to export or import, basically importing of the data from the files or the dictionaries or the list, what I was mentioning. And these particular data, once you have been put into data frame, then it is used for manipulating the data, where we can change the formats of the data, or we can clean the data. We can see the what sort of missing values are available, and we can just draw some insights by doing some analysis from the particular data. It can handle different types such as integers, floats, strings, and other objects. So it's not only like purely integers, or it's not only like purely floating point values. It is a combination of the different data types where we can just put into the data frame and we can do for the further analysis. Each column has a unique label. So as I said, it is a combination of rows and columns. So every column will be having some name, and each row is labeled with a unique index value. So the index numbers could be like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order to identify the rows, or it could be some labeling also we can give for the rows, and that particular labeling should be unique, which helps in accessing specific rows. Once you know what is the index value of the row, then you can access the particular rows. Now, data frame is used in machine learning tasks, which allow the users to manipulate and analyze the data sets in large sites. So when we see some very huge set of data, and from that we need to do the analysis and we need to do some manipulation, where we need to derive some insight from the particular thing, then obviously the data frame is a suitable thing where you can import a large set of data and then you can do further analysis on that. Then it supports the operations such as you can filter the data, you can sort the data, you can merge the data from one data frame to other data frame, then you can group the data, and you also can transform the data from one format to the other format. Now these are the operations what we can do onto the data frame. Now here you can see the features of data frame. That is, columns can be of different types. That was what I was saying, different data types. Then size is mutable, where we can add a new column or we can delete a new column or existing column, deleting an existing column. So here it is mutable, where we can modify. Then the labeled axis, where we have the rows and columns, and we can keep the column names and we can give the index values for the rows, that can perform arithmetic operations on rows and columns. Now these are the features of a data frame. Now this is the structure of the data frame. I'll give one example. Now here you can see name, team, number, position, and age are represented as columns. The 0, 1 to 6 all are rows. So rows are horizontal. Like this you can see total is 0 to 6 means, so total 7 rows are existing, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 columns are existing. So if you don't write this labeling also, you get the index value as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I want to change the labeling here, so we put the column name in order to identify the column, and you can see this particular data, what the complete box, whatever you are seeing is nothing but the data. So that's what I was saying, a two-dimensional structure. It's a combination of rows and it's a combination of columns, and in this particular cells we are going to fix the data. So this is the structure for the data frame. Now how creating a pandas data frame. Now a Pandas data frame can be created using the following constructor. We do have a constructor. So this is a syntax for that. Now we have the Pandas library. In that we have a class called DataFrame, and I'm using the DataFrame constructor. And here data equal to, you need to put what type of data. It could be list, or it could be dictionary, or it could be a file. Okay, from where you are trying to what, that means what type of data you are trying to put. Then the index, then columns, then data type, and copy. Now, if you go for the first one, this data takes various forms, like it could be n-dimensional array, or it could be series, it could be a map, it could be a list, it could be dictionary, it could be constants, and also another data frame, also that reference you can give here. So from these objects, what are the data is there, that will be filled into the data frame. So from where the data has been imported, you need to clearly mention what, from which object you are trying to put the data into the data frame. So this particular variable, the attribute has been used. Then here index, for the row labels, the index to be used for resulting frame is optional, and the default is np.arrange of n if no index is passed. So as I was mentioning, every row will be having some index value to identify. Suppose you don't give, suppose you're writing index equal to none, then it will take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the beginning of the row. So first row will become the 0 index, second row will become the 1 index, like that till n-1. You want to change, still there is a provision to change that 0. I don't want 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. I want to give some labeling, still I can do. So you can write here. So I'll show in the example how to do that. Otherwise, by default, you're going to get 0 to n-1. Then third one, columns. This parameter specifies the column labels. Here you need to write in the list format, you need to write the label names. The optional default syntax is np.arrange of n. So here also, if you don't write the column names, like in the previous table, I was showing like name, position, age, and so. If you don't write, again, it will take 0, 1, 2, n-1 as a column indexes. So this is only true if no index is passed. Okay. Data type, d-type data type of each column you're going to mention here. If you want to strictly go for integer, you write integer. If you go only for string, you write string, like that. Then copy. This command or whatever it is used for copying of data if the default is false. So if you write copy equal to none, whatever the modification you're doing, it will be working on the original copy. If you want to just write copy equal to some value, then it is going to make another copy, and what are the modifications you're going to do, it is not going to affect your original copy, it is going to affect only in the other copy. So your original copy will not be getting disturbed. Okay, so these are the 5 parameters for a data frame constructor. Now coming to creation of empty data frame. So an empty data frame can be created using data frame constructor without any input. So now this is the already executed code, what I've done in Google Colab. I'll show you at the end of the session how to work with. So here you need to write import the Pandas library as the alias name called PD. Because every time I need not want to write Pandas as a complete 6 characters, I want to write in a short form, so I'm making it as, if you don't want this particular thing, you write only import Pandas, but here you need to write pandas.dataframe. So here I'm creating an alias name, so PD for Pandas. You can give any alias name here. So PD.dataframe, you're calling a constructor, dataframe constructor, and you're creating a dataframe object, and you're trying to print. Since there is no parameter specified here, it's an empty constructor what you're calling. So I can say that you're creating empty data frame. So that's an object what you're trying to store, and that you're printing here. So if you can just run this, when you click this button now, you get the output. Empty data frame, columns, nothing, and index values for the rows is also nothing, because there is no data. So this is the way how we are going to create an empty data frame. Now creating a data frame from list. So again, this I'm going for single list. Again, import pandas as PD, and here I'm taking one list. Can you see the square brackets here? That's a list representation in Python. So I'm taking 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm creating a list variable called data. I'll take this PD alias dot data frame, and I'm passing the data now. That's the first parameter. Now this data is holding what? This complete 5 elements, and this 5 elements is creating a data frame object called df and printing that. So here in the output you can see, so totally 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 elements are there in the list. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 elements are in the list, but you can see these are the index values. So this is row number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But here the index starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is for the row numbers, row index values. But here you can see only one column is existing because I've given only one list. So only one column is existing, and that index value will be 0. Okay, just like a matrix, we go for no 0 row and 0 column, because I have not mentioned any other columns. So that particular thing will be taken as one column. And these index numbers are by default will be attached, okay, to the data frame. Now this is the thing how we are going to create a data frame using a single list. Now create a data frame from list of list. So here you can see, again I'm going for import pandas as PD. Now here you can see this is an outer list, blue color square body outer list. Inner list you can see I've taken one list, second list and third list. So Ram with 10 age, Sita with 12 age and Mark with 13 age. So this is inner list. 3 inner lists are there in the outer list. Then I'm trying to store into a data variable. So this is a list variable now. Now pd.dataframe I'm calling, and this data complete list I'm passing, comma, columns, because this columns is also one of the attribute in data frame constructor. I'm giving two column names. One is name and one is age. So this will be storing under name, this will be storing under age. Name, age, name, age. So columns I'm clearly specifying what should be. If you don't specify the column names here, you'll get a 0 and 1. 0 and 1. 0 column, 1 column. Index values will be getting. Then we are creating a data frame object and we are printing that. If you can see here, so this is one row, second row, first row, second row and third row. So here row number 1, Ram with 10 age, row number 2, Sita and 12 age and Mark with 13 age. But here this row index starts from 0, 1, 2. Okay, because I'm not specifying the index. If you don't specify the index variable here, it will start from 0, 1, 2. If you don't specify the columns here, it will start from 0 and 1 here. But exclusively you have specified the name and age, then obviously you get the name and age here. So this is how we are going to create a data frame from list of list. So this is inner list and you have one outer list. So 3 inner list, 1 outer list. Now creating a data frame from dictionary. So here you can see I'm creating one dictionary. This is the key and this list, complete list is a value. This is a key, age is a key and complete list is a value. Country is a key, complete list is a value. Now this complete data I'm passing as a parameter for data frame, and I'm creating a data frame variable and I'm printing that. So if you can see here, this keys are acting as a column names. Name, age and country. Name is a key, age is a key, country is a key. All three are acting as a column names. But here you can see the list of values. Now this Ram, Sita and Mark is under name. So you get Ram, Sita and Mark. 25, 30 and 35 is the age. India, India and UK is the country. But still here I have not specified any index exclusively. So you get 0, 1, 2 only as the index for the rows. These keys, whatever you are observing here, it will become the column names. Okay. Now create an index to data frame. Now here you can just observe. I'm creating one dictionary name, that's a key, x1, y1, z1 and a1. 4 names I'm taken some random values, and age, 4 numerical values for the age I've taken. So this age is a key and name is a key. So name and age will become the column names. Can you see here, name and age? This complete dictionary variable I'm passing as a parameter for data frame. Now here you can see the index equal to, I don't want to here, you can see here, earlier it was 0, 1, 2 and 3. But here I have exclusively specified index rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, and rank 4. So this rank 1 will be the index value for first row, rank 2 for second, rank 3 for the third, and rank 4 for the fourth. So like this, if you want to change the index values from apart from 0 or 1, 2, 3 also, you can specify like this exclusive unit rate index equal to. And now this list completely x1, y1, z1 is under name. So you can see x1, y1, z1, and a1. 35, 36, 12, and 56 under age. 35, 16, 12, and 56 under age. So like this, you can create an indexed data frame where you can specify the different labels for the index values here by using this parameter. Now create a data frame using a list of dictionaries. So now I'm creating one dictionary, inner dictionary. Two inner dictionaries are there. But you can see the outer is a list in the square bracket. Okay. So a list is holding two dictionaries. Now key is A, value is 1. Key is B, value is 2 for one dictionary. Here one more dictionary. Key is A, value is 5. B is key, 10 is value. C is key and 20 is. So, but here you need to observe that first dictionary only holding A and B. Second dictionary is holding A, B, and C. So 3 elements and 2 elements. Okay. Now this complete data I am passing as a parameter for data frame and printing that. Now if you can observe here, this A is one column, B is one column because both are keys. But C is also there. C is also becoming one column. But if you can see this first dictionary, only two values are there, A and B. So you get 1 and 2. But what about C? C, there is no C in this dictionary. So it automatically fills with not a number. Automatically. But coming to the second dictionary, which is acting as a second row, you can see A is 5, B is 10, and C is 20. Okay. Then pd.dataframe that we are filling these complete data and printing. Observe NA and not a number is appended in missing areas. Okay. So here the 20 and not a number, basically it has been automatically taken as a floating point value here. So that's why you got 20.0. Now create a data frame with a list of dictionaries, row indices and column indices. Now try to understand. Here again the same thing I've taken. Inner dictionary, one more inner dictionary, and the outer list where the same values A with 1, B with 2, A with 5, B with 10, and C. Now with two column indices, values same as dictionary keys. So here if you can see pd.dataframe and the data I'm passing here index. This index means this rows, first comma second. So you can see first comma second. Columns equal to A comma B, A comma B. Okay, so here we are giving A comma B now. So here also I'm specifying A comma B. So this will become the column names. Now, with two column indices with one index with other name. So here you can see for this first df1 no problem, it's printing properly because A with 1 and B with 2, again A with 5 and B with 10. No problem because only two columns I'm trying to extract. But coming to df2, pd.data from same data I'm filling. Index is also same first and second. So again, see first and second. Columns equal A comma B1. A is there. A and B1. Okay. But here, when you see A is 1, it's filled. But B1 is not available here. So you get not a number. Second one. A is 5, fine, you get 5. But there is no B1 here. You get not a number. So B1 is not matching with any of these things. So you get a not a number. Note, observe df2 data frame is created with a column index other than the dictionary key. Now there is no key with B1. You have ABC only. Okay. Thus appended the NaNs in place. Okay. Whereas df1 is created with column indices, same as dictionary keys. So no NaNs. So if you can see here, this particular box, no NaNs because AB is there. You get the output. But here B1 we are trying to create the column that is not matching. Then only that particular values are not a number has been appended. So that you need to understand. Now create a Pandas data frame from series. So I have already put one video with respect to the series. If you want the introduction part of that series, you can just go through my previous video. So here also the same, import pandas as PD. And series, when I say series, it's only one column. It's not two-dimensional. Okay, there's a basic difference. So here there is a class called series. I'm using that constructor, and I'm passing the data here, a list 1, 2, 3, 4, and index is ABCD. Now when I talk index, that is the row indexes. Okay, and these are the values. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 is the value, ABCD is the row, and this complete thing I'm putting into a data variable, that is a series variable. Now that series I'm passing to a data frame. Can you see here? Series is passed. So like this, a series can also be passed to data frame and work with the series. So you get only one column and your output is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the labeling is ABCD. If you don't write this index, you get 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now create a data frame from dictionary of series. Dictionary of series can be passed to format data frame. The resultant index is the union of all the series indexes passed. So here, earlier program was only one series, but I'm taking two series now. So this is a key, and this pd.series is a value complete thing. So you can see here 1, 2, 3 is a data, ABC is a value, not value, ABC is a row indexes. Now second key is 2, and one more series I'm creating where 1, 2, 3, 4 and index is ABCD. And this complete D, which is a dictionary, I'm passing to a data frame. So here you can see one column is 1, ONE1, the second column is becoming 2, but how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3. You get 1, 2, 3. Since NaN you're getting because D is also been there, but in first series there is no D value, only ABC. So if you don't have the data, here you get not a number. When you get not a number, by default all are converting to floating point values, even though you give 1, 2, 3. Now second one to this column, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and ABCD, you get ABCD. Okay, that means more than one series can be clubbed to form as a data frame. That's the meaning. Now I'll show you the demonstration in Google Colab. So let me just open the web page and type Google Colab. Okay, and just click. Once you press enter, you get this link and you just open the first one. And here you get new notebook. You just click that. You get the environment loaded in order to work with the coding. So this is the environment what you're getting. Okay, so already I have done. So I'm showing this thing. So you can just click here and change the file name. So I've already done Python DataFrames. Now the same output I've executed this application and I put into the PPT. So creating an empty data frame. So you can see I'm not inputting any data. So you get the empty data frame. Just you type here and execute this one. You get the output. So whatever was explaining in the PPT, the same application. So there is no data here. So there is empty, columns are empty, index is empty. Now create a data frame from list. So here we're taking one list and storing in a variable. That variable is passing as a parameter to a data frame and print that. So only one column will be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the index number is 0, 1, 2. So just execute to get the output. Creating a data frame from list of list. So more than one list I was explaining. Inner list, 3 inner lists are there, 1 outer list. So 2 columns. So here you need to write this complete data I'm passing here. And columns equal to name and age. And store into data frame and print. Okay. So if you want to change the column name also, let's suppose I want a name only, just execute this. So you can see only a name. Okay. So like this you can change. You can just write the code and change. Now create a data frame from dictionary. So I created one dictionary with a name, key, list of values, age is key, list of values, country is key with list of values, and that pass this data to the data frame and print. So just execute this. You get here See, all the keys, name, age, and country will be acting as a column name. This one. Now these are the actual values, but these 0, 1, 2 are index values. Okay. Create an indexed data frame. So here one key is name, one is the age. These are the values. Okay. But here the thing is you need to understand this one. Index. Rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, and rank 4. So you get here those index numbers. Okay. So just we'll try to put a comment here and see what happens if I remove the index numbers. Just I'll put this as a comment and I'll remove this. I'll remove this completely and we'll check what happens. Here my expectation is you need to get 0, 1, and 2. So just execute and see. Can you see here 0, 1, and 2? Okay, I don't want this. Better, you need to write this index. So I'll just remove this. I'll remove the comment also. I'll execute this. You can see again rank 1, rank 2, 3. Okay. Then create a data frame with list of dictionaries. So here you have one dictionary with 2 elements, one dictionary with 3 elements, and this is outer list. There's an outer list. So there's a list of dictionaries, and the data I'm passing to the data frame. So you can see maximum 3 labels are there, 3 keys are there. So these are become the label names. But when you go for the first row, this one only 2 values, A and B is there. So only 1 and 2. What about remaining C is not there for the first one, so you get not a number. Then here all 3 values are there, you get the 3 values. But whichever column is holding not a number, by default other values are becoming as a floating point value. Even though I give integer, it is becoming by default floating point value. So just execute and see. Okay. Then create a data frame from with a list of dictionaries, row indices, and column names. So here again the same list, one with 2 elements, one with 3 elements. Here data. Now here the index first and second you're getting. So here the same first and second, and the column names A and B. So no problem. This A and B are available. This will be printed 1, 2, and 5, and 10. But coming to the second one, this B1 is not available. Can you see any B1 here? No B1. No. So that column will be filled with NaN. Okay. But here A is there. No problem. You get 1 and 5. Can you see here? Now creating a Pandas DataFrame from series. So here a series constructor with the data called 1, 2, 3, 4 in the list. Then index, row indexes also I'm changed to A, B, C, D. And fill that particular data into the data frame constructor and print it. Okay. Just execute and see. Here also if you don't write index, no, you get 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then create a data frame from dictionaries of series. So this is one key, one series is a value. Second key, this complete thing is acting as a value. So here 3 elements are there, but here 4 elements are there. So you can see the first column. This is the first series. Okay. You get 1, 2, 3, but fourth D is not there. So it's get not a number. Whichever column you are not a number, it will by default it's converting to floating point value. Then second series is 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, and ABCD is matching. Then no problem for this. Okay, so in this way you need to execute with your data frames. So in the upcoming videos, I will show how to work with files like data sets, how to import the data sets into the data frame, and how to work with the data analysis. So I hope I have given some inputs on how to work with data frames with the different types of objects to import the data from that. So if you like this video, do comment, subscribe, and share it to your friends. Thank you.